Hi, I'm Krystle. I've loved dolls since I was a child, and I never outgrew it. So, when I discovered Reborn dolls, my collection started to grow. There's Haley, Landon, Avery, Chloe, Shiloh, Grace, Jamie, Jeremy, Maya, Yuki, Savannah, and Ava. Along with collecting, I've been a Reborn artist since 2008. It isn't easy keeping up with my collection, but it sure is a lot of fun. Hi guys, so I am back with Maya, and we are starting over with Maya week. Last week was super crazy, busy, stressful, all that good stuff, and I honestly had no time whatsoever to spend time with any of my dolls, let alone, baby of the week, Maya. So I figured that wasn't very fair to her, so we're gonna try again this week to spend time with Maya. And I'm gonna just get her changed and fix up her hair a little bit and stuff like that, and just chit chat. So yeah. Oh boy, what a stressful week it was last week. I don't want to go into too much detail about things, but this new job that I was oh so excited about starting has honestly been the most stressful experience I have had ever with a nanny job. It started out okay until they presented me with the contract. There was issues with the contract in that, every family I've ever worked for has always presented me with the exact same contract, and so I thought that, these things that were on the contract were standard things in the nanny industry, right across the board, because, every family presented me with the same benefits and offers and things. This family had a completely different contract presented to me, and that made me a little uncomfortable. It made me stress a little bit about how I was going to afford things on this job, not to mention some of the things that were missing from the contract, such as paid stat holidays. They were trying to say they don't pay me stat holidays because I'm only working part-time. I went and did my research, and under the Employment Standard Act here in Canada, they are legally required to give me paid stat holidays regardless of how many hours a week I work. So that was one of the things. Plus, there wasn't going to be vacation time given, which again, legally they have to. So, I addressed the things, which is stressful for me. I've never had to negotiate a contract before, and I don't do well dealing with that kind of stuff. And so it was very stressful for me to have to talk to them about this. But we did get to, an agreement on everything, and they wrote up a new contract, and I was thinking, oh, okay, all this stuff is going to be fine. Then there was some issues with my pay, and then we got that fixed out. Oh, I really would like a boppy lounger, guys, just a side note here, because, man, the dolls just keep falling down in the boppy. Yeah, and then it was that, and then it's just, there's a lot of other stuff I'm just not going to get into, but there's a lot of expectations of things that I've never had to deal with before with other families. That makes it, while it's a short shift, it's a extremely stressful shift. When I worked with other families, I mean, yeah, I had to do some general tidying up and things like that, or maybe, the child's laundry a couple times a week or whatever. But all in all, when, the child was napping, I was able to rest. I was able to, prepare some activities for the afternoon. I was able to read or watch some TV. The family, had no issues with me doing that. And, it was nice because it gave my body a chance to rest so that I wasn't overdoing it. Well, my shift, I hardly get a chance to sit down. There's been once or twice now where I haven't even had a chance to eat lunch because they keep me so busy while he's sleeping that I'm like, and he only naps like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and that's not a long time. And I'm like rushing, trying to get all this cleaning done and stuff. And by the time I get out of there at the end of the day, my fatigue is at a high. I come home and I crash, and I never was like that. It's a 4.5 hour shift. When I used to take care of Jeremy in the mornings, it was a 4-hour shift every morning, 5 days a week. When I would finish that shift, I had energy to spare. And that was the thing that I liked about it. And I thought, oh, this will be great. And it's been very stressful for me. And so, coming home and trying to do some rooting has proved to be difficult for me because I just come home and I am completely exhausted and fatigued and out of breath. And yeah, so that's been another thing. I just feel very on edge and very stressed. And then this past week I had to deal with telling them about needing time off for the Rose Doll show, which is already booked. And they were, not too pleased about that because it's so soon in the process. I haven't worked there long, but the thing is that the contract they wrote up just says I get 4 days paid vacation per year as long as I give them at least 4 weeks notice. And I'm giving them more than 4 weeks. And it did not say anywhere in the contract that I had to work a specific period of time with them before requesting that. And they included my vacation pay in my first paycheck. So technically, going by that, then I should be able to take vacation time at any point. There shouldn't be a discrepancy there. The only time there would be is if they had put in the contract that I have to work X amount of months or whatever before I can request time off. So, they're like, well, we can't really give you an answer right now because we have to try and figure something out. We don't know what to do, for care for Nathaniel. And I'm thinking, any other family I have ever worked for, when I request vacation time, they have no issues. I mean, they work it out. They figure out a way, to do it. So I've never had a family acting like it's this big, horrible thing, especially when it's given to me in the contract. So anyways, that's all I'm going to say about it because I'm not going to go into any more details. There's lots of other stuff too. But when it comes to stuff like this, I always get really stressed, uncomfortable. And it affects me to the point that like last Thursday, I barely ate anything at all last Thursday. My stomach felt sick from the stress, and I just could not, I had no appetite. And so Friday, I just rested and I did some rooting and just watched some TV, and Alex was out for the night, and I just stayed in and I just took it easy and did a lot of rooting. And I actually for once found the rooting to be actually quite calming. It was like it just took my mind off of everything because I was just focused on the rooting. And so it actually helped a lot. And so then, you know, I went out and I got myself some snacks at the grocery store, and I went to Winners for a bit before the storm hit on Friday. It wasn't a big storm, but it was a huge downpour. And I went and I went to Winners and got some stuff for a box swap that I'm going to be doing. And yeah, just took it easy. And, you know, by the end of Friday, I was feeling a little bit better. You know, they were asking me to over the weekend see if I could somehow change the dates of my vacation, but really I can't because the show only happens on those dates. So I mean, I'm gonna have to tell them that today, but yeah. And then, you know, then the rest of the weekend ended up being really good. I really took it easy and really just pampered myself because on Saturday, Alex and I went down to his mom's little spa called Coco Beauty Bar. It was the 1-year anniversary for her salon. She bought it a year ago, or it opened like with her a year ago. And so I got a free manicure and a pedicure, and so did Alex. We talked him into trying out a pedicure and a manicure. So for me, they did my manicure at the same time that I was getting my pedicure, and Alex got his manicure after his pedicure. So that was really nice, and they had a cake and everything. And just move some stuff here. Yeah, they had a cake and everything. And there she is. Oh, she looks so sweet in this outfit. But yeah, they had cake. They had some cucumber sandwiches and Timbits, which are like donut holes for you guys in the States. And yeah, we just had a nice relaxing Saturday. And then on the way home, we stopped at the dollar store so I could get some stuff. And then I just took it easy the rest of the night again. Well, we had some cleaning to do around the house, and then just took it easy and rested up because I was feeling groggy by that point from my methotrexate. And then yesterday, Sunday, we went to see the Avengers movie. I'm not a huge fan of superhero movies, but Alex really wanted to see it, and we had a coupon that was about to expire for a buy one, get one free admission. So I thought, oh well, why not? And you know, it wasn't too bad. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I just found it's just the same as any other old superhero movie. It's all the same stuff, but he enjoyed it. And I mean, it had its moments that I enjoyed and stuff. So we did that. And then we had to go and pick up some prescriptions that I had refill. and we grabbed some dinner at the mall and then came home and just rested the rest of the evening. I had to get our grocery list made up and things like that. So I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm still a little bit, just the thought of going into work today is stressing me out a little bit, but we'll see. I mean, I'm just praying that somehow, some way, things will all, work itself out and whatever. But I have actually been in contact with Margaret's mom, and she's still, she's found some short-term contract jobs to line up. But she was saying that if she could find like a stable job, she would definitely want me back. So that's an option too, depending on what pans out with this current job. I would love to go back to working with Margaret. Her family was very laid back. They knew about my health. And I mean, this family knows about my health too, and yet they have me doing like so many physical things. But her family knew about my health, and they didn't, as long as the house was in the same shape, as it was when they left it, they were fine, and, they weren't worried. They didn't pile up stuff on me. I didn't have to do laundry. I just basically had to, after lunch or snack, tidy up the table and the kitchen area, and, if there was anything on the floor, sweep it up. And that was pretty much it. That's all I had to do in terms of housework. And so health-wise, it was good for me, and it worked for me. And yeah. So I don't know, guys. We'll see how this pans out. It's just a completely different situation that I have never experienced with any previous families. So it's all new for me, basically. So, like when you've come to get used to a certain standard for, where all the past families you've worked for have been exactly the same in what they expect and what their contract states, you kind of think, well, then all nanny positions should be like this. But, I guess some families think differently, or I don't know. I just feel like this job is being treated more like I'm working for a company than I am working for a family, if that makes any sense at all. But I don't know. I'm just going to keep praying, and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing there, and just, do the best job that I can, and, hopefully they'll appreciate it, and, things will lighten up a little. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyways, like I said, I had a manicure and pedicure on the weekend, and that was nice. So that helped me relax, and it felt good and stuff. And I'm still waiting on the jaw procedure. And at this point, I'm thinking that I want to wait until after the Rose Doll show to have it done. Because at this point, if I got it done at any point this month, there's a chance that I could be still experiencing discomfort from recovery when I go on my trip. And I really don't want that. And yeah, my jaw is bothering me, but it sounds like the recovery process is going to be a little more painful than I anticipated. I've done some reading up on the procedure, and it's, basically my jaw pain is going to get worse before it gets better, kind of thing, after the procedure. So, because there'll be swelling from the needles that they put in and stuff. And so, it can take up to a month, if not longer, for a lot of the soreness to go away just from the procedure. So I'm thinking it's probably best to try to, I think I'm going to give them a call, or if they call me with a date that's, before my trip or during my trip, I will be telling them that I have to wait until after the July the 19th because, yeah, I don't want to be in even more pain than I already am when I'm on my trip, obviously. And also I worry too about like the pressure, like when you go up in the airplane, like I don't know how that would affect me. So I think it's best to wait. I mean, I've waited this long. I've been waiting since the end of January. I think I can wait just a little bit longer. It would mean probably waiting like another 2 months, but I want to be able to not be in pain on my trip. So I think I can put up with it just a little bit longer. It hasn't been as bad lately. I've had like the odd night here and there where it's been bad, but it hasn't been as bad. So it kind of goes in spurts. But anyways, I want to wrap up this video because I've been going on for too long and I got to get my lunch together. So this is my, and she's in this little jumper that her Auntie Nicole sent her. And it's got a monkey, of course, and it's like turquoise flowers. And I just put a onesie under it because it's sleeveless. It's got the little ruffles, but she looks so sweet. And then, I don't know how well you can see it, but I put like this little hairband. It's a sparkly turquoise flower with a little, what is that? A pearl in the middle. And I got this headband last year at the Downey Stall show. So yeah, that's it, guys, for this video. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to pick 3 winners. Riley's meowing as usual. Alright, so I'm shaking them up, not looking. There's 1, 2,